When she said she needed space, I didn't panic. I didn't cry or beg her to stay. I just sat there letting her words echo through the silence of our shared apartment. I just feel like I need to figure things out, she said. I still have unresolved feelings for my ex, and I think we should take a break. My first instinct, disbelief. Not because I didn't see it coming, but because of how casually she dropped it. Like we weren't building a life together, like everything we had could be paused while she revisited her past. That's when I realized this wasn't a break, it was a test of how much self-respect I had left. People always say relationships are built on trust, but what they don't tell you is that trust dies quietly. It doesn't scream when it collapses, it crumbles one piece at a time, every time someone you love chooses someone else behind your back, even emotionally. She didn't cheat, technically, but emotionally, she was already gone. She wanted freedom. The freedom to go explore the what if with someone she had once left behind. And in that moment, I knew what I had to do. Not argue, not convince, not wait, but leave, quietly. I told her I understood, told her I wished her clarity. I even said, I hoped she'd find whatever closure she was chasing. She smiled, thinking I was giving her permission, that I'd wait, that I'd sit on the shelf while she entertained the ghost of her past. But what she didn't know is that I had a plan. Not for revenge, not for making her jealous, but for freedom mine this time. I started packing the next day, one box at a time. I didn't make announcements, I didn't post cryptic messages or cry to mutual friends. I just moved, 3,000 miles away, across the country. I got a job transfer, approved. Found a small apartment in a city where nobody knew my name. And then I vanished, quietly, efficiently, like a man who finally understood his worth. She didn't notice at first. The break gave her all the distractions she needed. Late nights texting her ex. Casual meetups for coffee. She thought I was home waiting. She thought I was broken, but I wasn't. I was rebuilding. Brick by brick, state by state, life by life. And with every mile I put between us, I felt lighter, stronger, free. Weeks later, she finally reached out. Hey, just wanted to check on you. I responded kindly, but vaguely. I'm good, just needed some air too. That was it. No more detail, no breadcrumbs, no clue where I really was. And I liked it that way, because this wasn't about punishing her, it was about choosing myself for once. I found a rhythm in my new life. Morning runs by the coast, nights with real friends, peace that didn't need constant validation. And slowly the pieces of me that she'd eroded, my confidence, my joy, my sense of direction, started to come back. Not because I replaced her with someone new, but because I replaced my dependency on her with respect for myself. 3 months into the silence, she called. This time, the tone was different, nervous, hesitant. I've been thinking a lot, she said. That break, I made a mistake. My ex and I, there was nothing there. It just made me realize how much I miss you, how much you mean to me. I let her speak. I let her pour out every word. And when she finally paused, waiting for my response, I gave her the silence she never gave me. Then I said, I'm glad you found your answer. I found mine too. She asked what that meant. I told her I'd moved, that I was living 3,000 miles away, that I wasn't coming back, not just to the city, but to her. The silence on the other end, it was the most honest moment we'd ever shared. She panicked, said she needed to see me, asked if she could fly out, begged for one more conversation, one more chance to make things right. And for a moment, I considered it. Because I'm human. Because part of me still remembered the way her hand felt in mine. But then I remembered something else too. The way it felt to be placed on hold. To be treated like a placeholder while she chased someone who had already broken her heart once. I told her I didn't hate her, that I wasn't bitter. I said I genuinely hoped she found happiness. But I also said this, when you asked for a break, what you really meant was you wanted to see if someone else could replace me, and now that they couldn't, I'm plan B. But I was never a backup plan, I was the main event, and I don't belong in a story where I'm second guessed. The call ended quietly. No goodbye, just the sound of her breath, soft, defeated, understanding. She got it, finally. And in that moment, I wasn't angry, I was free. Not just from her, but from the part of me that used to chase people who couldn't see my value until it was gone. A year later, she messaged me again. not to ask for another chance, just to say, I hope you're doing okay. I didn't respond, not out of spite, but because that chapter is closed. You don't reopen a book that nearly tore your soul in half. These days, I live quietly, happily, surrounded by people who don't need space to realize my worth. I walk along the ocean sometimes, thinking about how far I've come, and every now and then, I whisper to myself, thank God she asked for a break, because if she hadn't, I might still be stuck in a life that wasn't mine. To every man listening, when a woman says she needs space to explore her feelings for someone else, don't stand still, don't beg, don't fight to be chosen, just walk. Pack your soul and your dignity, move, mentally, emotionally, or even physically. Go 3,000 miles if you must. Because self-respect isn't about how much pain you can endure, it's about how fast you can recognize when you're being sidelined. You deserve someone who chooses you without hesitation, not someone who circles back when their fantasy fails. And the truth is, when you truly respect yourself, you don't need to be chosen. You already chose you, and that's enough. She asked for a break, thinking I'd wait, but I broke free. And when she came back, I was already gone. Sometimes, peace looks like distance. Sometimes, strength sounds like silence. And sometimes, the best love story is the one you write after they leave. No drama, no closure, no second chances. Just a man, a backpack, a new life, and a quiet kind of freedom that no one can take back. She searched for love in her past, but I found myself in the future, and between the two. Only one of us truly moved on.